Hi everybody, it's Eileen. How are you doing today? Welcome to the studio. It is Tuesday and we have lots going on around here as usual. I hope you all had a good weekend. Was a little crazy here with everything going on, but you know, you hang in there, right? So I hope you guys are doing well this week. It was 97. I looked on our thermometer. I didn't want to go out because I did my hair and it would be even worse than this. Hi Lisa, Tamra, Johanna. Isn't it hot, Johanna? Hey Laura. I hear it's even hot out in Idaho where Lisa lives. Hey Wilma and Simone, Joellen. How's everybody doing today? I have such a fun project. It has brought me up out of despair, so it's good. Hey, Sheena just had a new grandbaby. Congratulations. She's adorable. Isn't it fun? It gives you hope for the future. Hey, Pauline, Angie, how is everybody? Yeah, we have, oh, there's Charlotta. Hooray. Hi, Charlotta. Yes, good to see everybody. Anita Holt, another old friend. How are you? Hi, Dixie Joe. What a fun name. There's Orla. Hi. Hi, everybody. 89 in West Virginia. Okay, that's Barbara. You're in California? It's hot there too. Hi, Marilyn. And Jimmy. Jimmy's back from camping. She made it back alive. Hi, Patricia. So anyway, this is what we're going to make today. It's the reason I like it. Well, Arizona, yes, that's always hot, Carol. I remember when I went on a trip out there in my trailer and I was at scrapbook.com. I was making videos. Oh, hey, Glum. And I stupidly did the trip in September, not thinking I should have gone the north route first. But no, I went through the south, Florida, Texas, Arizona, and I one day went out there and it was like an oven in that trailer. It was like 130 degrees and like I kept forgetting stuff out there and had to go back into the camper. I'm like, no, I can't go in there. Anyway, how's South Carolina, Karen? Hi, Diane. Yeah, there's Brenda. Okay, the gang's all here. Are you ready to see? Hot and humid. Well, Alabama, Leslie. That was our first assignment. Fort Rucker, Alabama. Man, I was pregnant. Hey, Mitziana. And Carol, you couldn't help yourself. I missed it. Anyway, you're fine, thanks. It's really hot. Okay, well, it's summer, yeah. Okay, you ready to see this? It's made out of Sizzix packaging and an old tablecloth. And this is what we're going to make. Hey, Tony. Isn't that amazing? I even put glitter in there. I don't know if you can see it, kinda. We could have fried eggs. I could have. 104 in Montana and smoky. Oh, you'll be seeing next Friday. Oh, that's great. Okay, good, Lisa. Yeah, I talked with Joanne today and she said somebody called to sign up for your class and we didn't even have it on online yet. So that's great. Oh, I'm glad. It'll be good to see you. So let me talk about that. I'm going to Ohio next Thursday, and I'm going to be teaching at Marco's Paper, and then I'm going to Stamp Away, which is kind of a convention, and I don't think I've been to that before, so that will be fun. It is stitching in a way. I mean, it's tablecloth. It's like the lace from tablecloth. So anyway, I'm really excited about that. If you live anywhere near Ohio, come and see me. Come to Stamp Away. I'm going to be there Friday night from 6 to 10:30, and then I'll be there all day on Saturday demoing in Marco's Paper booth. So I hope to see you guys. All right? So I can't wait to show you. Now, the other thing that you can't tell is that this is made out of Sizzix packaging. Isn't that cool? I love to recycle. It just gives me such satisfaction, especially after the weekend. And thank you all for your kind comments and prayers and thoughts about my mom. She has had this issue with sodium, and honestly, she's supposed to move down here, and I'm just really not sure that I can do this. I'm like, what if I travel? I mean, you know, she gets forgetful, confused, and like, if I'm not there one day and she has, I don't know, I just don't know what to do. I'm really rethinking this whole thing, and it's hard, you know, it's just hard when you have older parents and you're just trying to figure out the best thing for them. But anyway, we'll figure it out. I'm headed up again this weekend, and you know, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I know a lot of you have issues too, or just lost your mom, or, you know, Barbara, I know that's got to be hard. All of it is just hard. You don't know the right thing. So anyway, it's been a long week. So she's good. She's home now. I was on telemed call with her doctor. It's the other thing. We have to find a new doctor. If she comes down here, you know, all new doctors, yeah, it's hard. So anyway, I needed a good fun project to do. So that's, I found it, and we're going to make that together. Okay. Thank you for the hugs. Well, I don't know what the right thing is. I just don't know. I mean, I thought it was for her to come down here, but now I'm thinking if she will lose this doctor that she loves and who has followed her and helped her, you know, maybe we should just leave her there in her house for a while. I just don't know. And you know, every sibling thinks there's another thing we should do. And anyway, it will be fine. I know a lot of you have been, yeah, that's exactly how it is, Anita. Exactly. So, thank you. Yeah. Well, something's gonna happen. Poor mom, she's tough. She has 6 kids, actually 12 kids. You know, she married Vince, he has 6, and she had 6, and so somehow between us all, we will figure it out. But, you know, and then there's what she wants, you know, and we do have in-house care right now. She has a lady coming in Monday through Friday, stays over, she's great, but the weekend she's by herself, so then we go up. But, you know, during COVID, it was, what if that happens up again? You know, it's like there's just too much. So, yes, there are good assisted livings. Well, we looked at them, Glum. They are way expensive, and none of the kids live where she is. So that's another problem. So anyway, it will resolve. It will, you know, we'll figure it out. But it's just a lot to think about. And I'm traveling again. You know, I'm on the road. So if I leave and she's here, my husband is here, but he travels too. So and our kids are here, but they have kids and a life and jobs. Yeah, it's just hard. It's hard to be the poor mom that's got to, you know, deal with all the stuff. Yeah, the nursing home. Well, I mean, we're talking about assisted living because she said, well, if I go to your house, you don't cook. It's like, I won't let you starve, Mom. But it's true that I don't cook. So, you know, that is one thing. They have meals, and, you know, she likes to get up early. I'm up till 3 a.m. So, you know, it's just, she is good with going to a place. So that is like a huge thing that we've got figured out. But it's where and when and selling her house and all that. So anyway, I'm sorry to be going on about it, but it's just weighing on my mind. So anyway, yeah, well, I'll look through this later because otherwise I'm just going to cry the whole time, which is not very helpful. So, all right. I did figure out what I want to do on Thursday because, thank you, Leslie. I did see that. I'm not going to look, but I did see that. Thank you. Yes, Brenda, that's the thought. And she's excited to do that and to get herself a single bed because she's like, I don't need a big bed. It's harder to make. And so she's made a lot of decisions, and moving forward, it's just the staying on top of everything that I'm nervous about. And so I will look in a minute. Okay, so let's see. Thanks to everybody about this. I feel like I'm just a mess. The sneak peek for the stamps, thank you. We still have some left. if you're interested, they're in the Etsy store, so you can, you know, go ahead over and take a look. I don't remember how many sets are left, but they are limited. That's the only thing I want to say. So we'll be getting more eventually. If there is anything that you want, just go ahead and let me know, or go to Etsy and order, or put in your order. Thank you, Jane. Hi, Cheryl. Okay, so yeah, we're having our release party on August 27th. So I hope you will come to that. That should be fun, and a couple fun events. And oh, thank you. Oh, and also I finally got that calendar done. I just didn't get it up on Etsy yet. So I will list that tonight, I promise. So I also thank you for the Etsy orders that are coming in. That's really so helpful of you and supportive. Thank you for that. It's helping me get through this whole pandemic when I can't teach. So that's really great. And I can continue to be on and do these videos for you and kind of give ideas, and we still can get together. So that's really, really great. What else? I think that's it. Are you guys watching the Olympics? Ah, I'm staying up. I got it on my computer, so I just sit here and make stuff, and it's so inspiring to watch those athletes. I saw the thing about Simone Biles. I'm not going to do anything about it because it might be spoiler alert, but I'm proud of her. It's good decision. Anyway, let's make our little glittery, recycled, crocheted tablecloth and packaging. Hey, Jane. So this is, and it was fast. It was fast to do. So let's get going on this. I'm going to turn the camera down and we will get going. Okay? One of these days I'm going to paint that ceiling. I don't know when. Oops. Okay. All right. Let me get my light on. And, oh shoot, everything's falling down. Can you tell I'm making videos again? I want to get a head start because I'm going on the road. All right, let me get my thing up here. And hopefully I can stay in the frame this time, because last time I was not very good at that. But that's why I want to get on my computer and just make sure that I can see what I'm doing. All right, so this is what we're going to use today. Good, okay. All right, so let me show you how this all started. It started out as a tablecloth. It's pretty clean. I mean, it was like $3, and it's nice linen, and you can do your stitching on it. So that's why I got it. But then it had like this crocheted trim all around the border of it. So I'm going to, okay, Rhonda, okay, we'll see you later. I cut them off, and it's like, those are so pretty. Then I thought, ooh, I wonder if they would fit on the cover of the Folio journal. And they did. They're perfect. So what I want to do is show you how I colored it. Now, you could use any inks that you have, but I would recommend a pigment ink, just because that's like a fabric ink, and you can know that it will be permanent. Like, if you heat dried it and you used regular ink, you might be okay. I don't know. I have this, you know, these are my blends inks. I still do have some in the shop if anyone's interested. They are going to last forever. So, and here is, and I just thought that was so pretty, but then I didn't want to cover up that. So I'm thinking maybe I can use it inside somewhere, but this is made out of the sculpting foam from Sizzix. And I just think that is so pretty and so much fun to make. So this is the pansy die. But anyway, the other thing we're going to use is glitter. I don't think I have enough, do you? I've had this for probably 20 years. So because what I was thinking was, I used my adhesive to stick, where did I put that? Whoa, more stuff falling down. Where is it? Okay, here we go. All right, so what I did was I stuck my Easy Cut adhesive to the cover of the plastic, which is just packaging, you know, dye packaging, and we'll make it in a minute, you'll see. but I knew that there would be holes in here and sticky parts, so I thought, oh, what if I just sprinkled glitter? And it's kind of subtle. I thought that it would be more in your face, and probably if I had used spray adhesive and I covered the whole thing, it would be, which would also be cool, but I kind of like this little background. I think it's fun. So I'm going to show you how to make it, okay? So what I was thinking was, first thing I'll do is we'll paint the whatever this is, crochet trim, and then, because it's got to dry for a minute, it gets pretty wet, and then we'll go ahead and construct the book and put it on there. So all I'm going to do, now I used a water brush, you could use a paintbrush, but I like these because they have the water already in the barrel, so like if you want to kind of blend the ink out, these are handy. All right, let me see. I'm just gonna shake them up and squeeze a little bit out of each color, and you know, they do kind of sometimes travel and they will get on your hands, so be careful with this. I'm gonna go down that way, and then I'm gonna put my thing right here and we can work right on it. All right, so you don't need a whole lot, although I did have to refresh a couple of these colors. And the colors that I'm using are, that's Wildberry, I used Bay, Leaf, Sunshine, and I'm going to use Tutu. So this is two kinds of pinks. I'll put that up there. I won't get confused. All right, so what I did was I took a brush for each color just because it's easier and then I don't have to clean them in between, but I do have some water here just in case I need to brush them off. Also, I have a horrible old washcloth that I can kind of use for dabbing off if I get too much or whatever. Okay, so let's just start the painting. So what I did was I just kind of played around with it, and I started with the darker pink. So what I'm going to do is squeeze a little bit of water out of my water brush. There's one of them that doesn't want to, there it goes. So I've got a little water here. Can you guys see that okay? And then I'm just going to dip it in there and mix it around a little. Now that's pretty intense, so if it's too much, you can add a little bit more water, and that will, you know, thin it out a little bit. So then you're just going to go around the edge of that with your ink, and when you get to where you want it to bleed a little bit, just let it come, you know, squeeze your brush a little, and do it kind of randomly. Don't have lots of dark in one place, and you know, make it kind of faded, you know, fade the colors into each other. That's kind of a lot over there, but we can go over it with when we go to our light color, our light pink, which, where is my light pink? I don't know where it is. Maybe I used the same one because they're the same color pretty much. And I do like to mix the colors, so, you know, you can combine the two. And now I'm going to do a little bit, so, you know, and don't forget, squeeze this. This is really handy because it helps it like fade. I love how that looks. And then, how else? I think I did in here. You know, so I'm kind of squeezing this. And just do what you think looks good, but it's really not any formula to it. And, you know, you're not going to have this exact one, I don't think. I mean, I do have a lot of them. I can put them in the Etsy store if anybody's interested. But look around and see what you have in your stash and see if maybe there's something you could use that you already have. Because this one is about recycling, and recycling is good. So all I'm doing is just kind of spreading out the colors here. All right, let's do green. And for that, I did the leaves, you know, green. I think they're leaves, I'm not even sure. Funny how, love how it bleeds when it's fabric. Yes, I do think it is cotton, Leslie. So I'm squishing this, and see how strong that comes out? That's pretty cool. And I'm going to make it lighter over here, and I can blend that later. But really, it's just kind of coming out really nicely. So, you know, this is what I was doing when the Olympics were on. It was really kind of fun. All right, now these, I'm not sure what they are. Maybe they're berries? I don't know. But that's what I did these, this teal color. So I'm not sure what they are, but I'm just kind of blobbing them. And it just adds color and a pattern. So do whatever you think. And, you know, yes, probably cotton would be the best kind of material. See, those are not very good because they're not distinguished into circles or shapes, but you know, I'm trying to get this one done fast, so because I was kind of messing around with this for a while last night, watching gymnastics and volleyball, and I don't know what else was on last night. I watched I watched a couple times because I didn't realize that they showed it again, and I'm like, I thought I already heard them do that. Oh yeah, they did. But it's still fun. It's, I mean, I just can't imagine being in that kind of condition, and how much fun that would be to go to another country and meet people, and, you know, even if you didn't do that great, still, what an experience. Can't beat it. But I can go in my trailer. That's kind of like the Olympics. Going on the road. Okay, so there's that. And then I think, yeah, I also went around the edge with this. And now these, I don't know. I'm just going to go around here. Sorry if this is boring, but I kind of have to show you how to do it. And I don't want to put it on halfway done because then I can't do my glitter. So hopefully you're not terribly bored, but you know, somebody get on. How many squares do you have we can buy? Oh, I have a lot. I mean, you know what? If you guys, how about this? If you place an order in the next, well, however many I have, I will put that in your order, all right? Because I have a lot of them. I didn't count them, but it was a pretty good number. Okay. And if you want them, I can put them in there too. I mean, I'm not going to charge a lot, but if I have to pack them up, it's like time, you know what I mean? All right, this is not going to be the best, but we'll just, and I love that edge, but I don't know if I want to paint that, but if I could cut it off and use it on a page in the book. See how much darker that gets? But then if you add a little water, it spreads it out. So I'm being really messy here, guys, so don't judge me. It's been a long whatever. I did get all my deadlines done last week, which I'm very relieved. I have another stamp deadline coming up, but hopefully I can get to that this week. And thank you for, you know, letting me know what you like. That's really helpful because I want to make what you guys like. So if you have any other ideas, put them in the comments because I will be happy to do them. Okay. All right, let's do the yellow because that'll fill in a lot. And this is a big one. This is a judgment free. Oh, that would be pretty. Coasters. Ooh, yeah. All right, I'm gonna do some in here and I'm gonna give a lot of water because I don't want it that bright really, but I took a pretty intense, I don't know, that's kind of cool though. That might fade a little bit. I like those two colors together. That is Wild Berry, Tutu, and Sunshine. All right, and then all I did was I just kind of filled in the background with this. So you could take whatever color you like, you know, just kind of do a combination of water and paint, and leave a little bit of room for other colors if in case the yellow is too much. Hi, dear. So my husband is home. All right, what else? I know that I want to do pink around the edge, but we don't have to. I mean, I just really wanted to give you an idea. Ah, that's too dark. So see, just flood it with some water and you're fine. What I might do with this one is not add the glitter yet. Oh no, I have to do that. That's all right. I don't know what these things are. I'm going to make them green. What do you think they are? They're not leaves. Green blobs. That might have been the edge of a rose, actually, but oh well. All right. All right, I'm just going to go quickly around with the light pink, and then we can move on to the next. I didn't think I'd like those two colors next to each other, but it turns out I do. So what are you guys working on? I hope you're having a productive summer. It's been so hot, it's like, ugh, who wants to go outside? My poor flowers. They're living, but barely. My daughter has a garden. It's like, oh, I would not want to be out there. All right, now we might have to use the heat gun to dry this. We'll see. We'll put the book together and then we'll see how it goes. That one's kind of bleeding. You never really know, but I mean, overall, the look of it is really pretty, so the details are not that important. It looks a little more freeform than the other one, but it's still pretty. And I messed around with it a lot more last night, so. All right, you get the idea. And I think I am going to cut these off just because they're not painted. So you can, you know, if there's a color you want to stand out, go ahead. And just fill in if you don't like any white space, but that doesn't bother me. All right, so I'm gonna put these away because I will probably make a mess. Now, aren't those just pretty colors? You could make some kind of little things for your books that will go inside with them. I think, let me trim that. I need to put that somewhere. I'm not going to step on it. And then you do want to use your good scissors for this. I'm just going to trim off these edges. I love that one though. It's kind of crocheted. All right, the book goes together pretty quick. I don't know, maybe this was too ambitious. I just got into it because I needed to kind of not think about other stuff, so I just did that. All right. Okay, so let's move these out of the way, and I'm gonna just let that dry over here for a minute and we'll see what happens. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do is put together our covers, and this is the die that we're gonna use, and this is the packaging that we're gonna use. This is just a piece cut out of one of my, you know, Sizzix dies. You're more like than me then, Charlotte. Okay, are we having true confessions? Who's the biggest hoarder? I always keep my packaging because it's nice. It's just, there's a lot of stuff you can do with it. Make stencils. It does look like a watercolor, Brenda. It kind of is. I mean, we did add water and it is colored. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, now I just use the front two covers. You know, I didn't make it the long extended version that it would be if we had kept this piece on, which you could do. but I'm just gonna cut from here to here. Okay, so I could trim this off ahead of time and then not have to worry about it when we... Sometimes your trimmers do not like the acrylic or whatever this stuff is, but I'm going to put that right up on the line, and then I'm going to cut that. Alright. I probably could have cut 2 at a time, but sorry, something in my throat. Okay, there's one. Please don't. Oh boy. Keep crafting. Oh boy. I don't want to die on a Facebook Live. There we go. I'm not going to talk. All right. So, next thing we're going to do is... All right, excuse me if I just don't talk for a minute. Oh, boy. All right, I'm scoring over on the edge here. Please don't die. Take a drink break. Thank you. Good idea. Diet Mountain Dew did the trick. All right. The only thing is, it's a little tricky to see where, and those score lines did not come out. So, on the die, I'm just bending it over the table here. That's interesting, because last time they did score pretty well. Well, that's annoying. I don't think that's a good score. All right, let's do it a little deeper. See, I was weakened by my coughing fit. I think I did go over this a couple times. Maybe I can save that other one. Yeah, see, that's much better. I was afraid I was going to die. Okay, let's try this again. Alright. It's basically right. It went off track a little. Okay, there we go. That's better. Ah, Diet Dew hits the spot. Is it so nice and refreshing? Alright, so now we have the cover, So, the next thing I'm going to do is take a piece of adhesive, if I can find one, and I'm going to trim that down to size. I could have cut it on the die, but I'm just going to go on my trimmer. I should have done that ahead of time. Sorry about that, but... having a nervous breakdown, so wasn't able to do that today. All right, and then I'm just going to mark it with my fingernail and hope that it's somewhere in the right area. Okay, so then we're just going to put this on one of the covers. It doesn't matter which one. I think I picked the one that was kind of had scratches on it because you're not going to see it between the glitter and the doily and all of that. So, excuse me, let me just blow my nose here. Charlotta, own it. You're a hoarder like the rest of us. Yay, Charlotta! Yay, everybody! Hey, it's handy to have it. Come on. You know that. All right, I'm just going to do it on this one. I know that it's hard to see because of the glare here, but I'm just going to put this on the front. This is now the front, by the way. And we can actually put this together before, because I think our doily is still drying. So now if you wanted to trim this down and make it smaller, you could do that. It depends on what you're going to do with it. But to put it together, I like to use the this stuff, red liner tape, because you could use the 1/2 inch too. But the reason that I like it is because it sticks, you know, and I'm not worried about seeing it through, you know, because you will see it. But I'm going to cover, you know, I covered it with paper on each of the sides so you don't see where it's glued on. So I'm not going to worry about that. And also, I'm not using my holes, so I just went over them. What I did was, well, I'll show you when I get to it, but I'll show you when I get to it. So I'm just going to do this quick. Do I do anything quickly? No, I don't. But I did cut some of the stuff ahead of time. Alright, so we'll just put the whole thing together and then I'll show you how I covered it, and really that's pretty much it. Well, we have to get the doily on. That was a little, I don't want to say it was tricky, but you know, there was something to it. Alright, so to put these together, I'm just going to kind of line them up. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks really good. Wow. And then you're just going to put strips on, and I did pick out covers. I kind of like that. I use my favorite paper pad again. I will be so sad when it's gone, but I love this. I think it's from the UK, first edition paper. I love all these colors. I mean, they're just so pretty. So I'm slowly, you know, doing special projects with them. But actually, you know what? We can use this, my Thermoweb. I love this tape runner. Wait, let me just make sure, because I can't remember. This was going to be the front. And I had another one for the back. Where'd it go? Well, I don't, oh, here it is. Actually, this is going to go on the back like that. So you'll see it when the thing, when you close it. Like this. And I don't care if we mix and match. I kind of like that. So I'm just going to put this inside. Oh, actually, let's do that one. And I'm just going to use a tape runner for this because I don't think it's going anywhere. And you might have to trim it down a little, but that looks actually pretty good. So I'm just following the same dimensions of the spine here. The other thing that I like about it is if it doesn't fit, you just lift it off and try it again. So let's do that out here too. So, you know, you could really adapt this to any die. I just have this one, and, you know, if you have a different shape doily, then, you know, match it to what you have. Alright, so we're going to put our doily here, and then on the back, I'm going to put this, and again, I use this to stick it on with. And I think I'm going to do this, so it's a different... The trick is figuring out, one is like 5.5 by 4, or 5.5, no, 5.25 by 5, so they're almost a square, but not quite. Wait a minute, I want this one here. Like that. Yeah. And then do the same thing. Just set that down at the bottom. And then you've got your little book. Isn't it cute? So I could put something on the front. I haven't done it here. When you're finished, you're going to have that kind of image looking through. So you might like that. All right, let's see how this is doing here. It's still wet. So let me hit that with a heat gun. See what happens. It might be okay if I put it on wet, but I'd rather have it dry a little. I think it's also setting the color. Seems a little warped there, but I think we can adjust it. Oh, it's getting there. All right, good enough. It's better than it was. Okay, so let's just peel this off and stick that on there. And the good thing is you can kind of manipulate it a little bit, you know, once you get it on, if it's not right. So don't worry if you don't put it down exactly the right place the first time. You probably won't. Just keeping it straight is a good trick. And you could always trim it down a little if you need to. Okay, start over. Maybe I'll go from here. Glum, you can get small ring binder spines out of metal. Ugh, come on. Help me out. This was the hardest part, by the way. Plus it's wet, so... I don't know if my glitter is going to stick. You know what? Maybe if I put it on here and position it, and then I can move it. Like pull the wool out from under it. Alright, this might be good. No. Well, it's not the best, but... And if you need it to fit, you know, better, you can just pull it out a little. And it is flexible, you know. All right, good enough. Now, let's take our crystal glitter, and I would take a piece of paper here. And what you do is, this is kind of fun, just sprinkle it on. And I don't have any plans to put any of it back in the thing, because I have, like, a vat of it. All right, and now you just take this and kind of smooth it around and rub it in. I thought that this would be a big mess, but it wasn't really that bad. And you could do it like a detail glitter if you want. And then what I did was I just kind of ran it in, rubbed it in with my hand, and it feels nice. Of course, it will be on my hand for the next 2 weeks, but, and then just kind of, oh, I love it. Look at that. How can you not be happy when you see that sparkling in the light? And all the little glittery friends that are along for the ride. Okay, that's not bad. All right, now we have it glittered up. All right, so the only other thing we have to do, I'm going to close this, is, you know, get our books in there. So what I'm going to do is I used my, what is the name of this die? Folio Pages Pocket, this one. Folio Page Pocket and Flowers. I use that to die cut my pages, and I'll show you how. My insert books, each to their own. Eileen, it is a funny thing, you can't stand the feel of foam. Really? Oh, foam? I never thought about it. Okay, so let's put our little thing here. I could use my magnetic pad, but I don't think I need it in this case. So I'm just going to take my little lines here, line them up on the edge, and run that through. And I've already cut a couple of them. And what I did was I cut a page 5 inches, a sheet, piece of paper, 5 by 10, and then I put my die on there, and now you have your little insert book cover. And then I took some paper that I had, and this is kind of a confetti finish, really kind of fun. I've had this forever. You're a foamophobic. And here's another one. So I made a couple books. Where's the other ones? Here's one. I made 3, but anyway, wherever it is. No, I don't know where the other one is, but I was gonna make it 4 1/2, but then I realized if I made it 4 1/4, I could get 2 little book pages out of one. So I'm gonna fold this in half and then just trim it down to fit inside the book. And oh, that is a little small. Where's the one that I did make one? I don't know where I put it. Anyway, at that point it kind of was like, okay, I'm almost there. I did use my Dollar Tree elastic. It is really, really skinny, but it seems like if you're just gonna make a little book like this, where did my book go? So much junk on my desk. So much junk. I'm gonna find it the minute I turn this off. Anyway. Oh, here it is. I knew it. Okay, let me measure this. Yeah, I did some at 4 1/2, and then this is 4 1/4. So it is pretty skinny. It depends, you know, just whatever you want to do with it. You can always trim it down, but it will fit inside your book. So then all you do is you just tie your elastic where you think you want the tightness to be, and this, just keep in mind this is skinny, you know. And then what I was thinking was I was gonna punch it because you've got these little notches up here, you can't see it. But I was thinking if you just took like the end of a paintbrush, like a skinny paintbrush, and kind of, you know, put a little notch in there or squished it a little bit, you could see where it goes. But maybe it would be better to just punch it. Anyway, let it rest in those 2 notches, and then you've got yourself this pretty little book. And that's it. Oh, I'm exhausted. What do you think? It's fun. I mean, it's recycled all around. A recycled project. You gotta love them. So you can make as many as you want in here. You could put little photos in there. You can do whatever your heart desires. Okay? I hope you guys have a good week. I hope my week is better too. And that I will figure out what to do. So that is what we have. I don't know who to give this to. I love this thing. I don't know what to do with it now, but I like it. Maybe I'll just like write words in it and just, it will make me happy. You know, I can practice my my writing. We're gonna make it into die storage. That would be cute. Yeah. You know what? You could put your, and I just got more of these, the vent covers. These are from Home Depot, and you could put them inside here, just stick them on the pages, do the pages out of cardstock, and yes, that totally could be. I would beef up your elastic though, but yes, it could be. And you know, then you've also got this whole big tablecloth to make stitching on. So, I mean, there's so much that can be done with recycled stuff. Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm reading your mind, Glum. that is, I think, a really cool thing. Now, you reading my mind, that would be scary, but I would love to read your mind. The binding die that is folded. Use the binding die. I did think about that. I had one out, and I was going to do that. And you could. You totally could. You know, you could do that and just put it in there. I just didn't have the time. I mean, it was all ready to go and everything. But I think I wanted this to extend up. So I would have had to cut out another one. I just didn't have time. But I think there's a lot of cool things you could do with this. And when you read the comments, you'll see. Oh, magnetic sheets. Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Karen Rogers. Well, good. I do feel better after that whole thing, So, and thank you all for being there and understanding, It's just, that alone is great. So I really appreciate it. I will have another project on Thursday, and I already know what I'm doing, and it's going to be fun because we're going to finish up all these little things that I started, but some of them are new. Also, I did go a little further with my notebook here. I put a little closure on it, and I did a little stenciling inside with the mandala die, and I just didn't put on the magnetic things yet. I have to figure out how I want to do that. I might do Velcro, but I think I'd rather have a magnet in here, so I'll probably put it under, and then I have to cover up what I did, and it's like, I don't know. So nothing that needs decisions will be made. I know what I want to do with the other things. So we'll do that on Thursday. Some of them are these little notebooks, which I made, how many? 6 out of one sheet of paper, 12 by 12 paper. So that's one thing, and I don't know where I put all the other things. But anyway, it's going to be just making fun little things on Thursday. So I hope you will come back at 4 o'clock. And if you haven't joined the Eileen Hall fan club, please do. And thanks to everybody who's sharing all your cool stuff that you're making. Especially the projects. It was Judy Cantrell shared a project she had made with her 95-year-old mother. And, it's a bond. I mean, it's really cool to be able to do that, with your parents or your children or your grandkids. Send prayers for your grandson on Thursday. Oh, yes, Brenda. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I will be thinking of him. And you, that's scary for a grandchild. So, all right, we're all going to make it, guys. Right? All right, thanks for coming, and I'll see you on Thursday, if not sooner, okay? Thank you. Bye.